Make sure to stay until the end. You need to replace 3 different components, not the tensioner itself only, because if the belt fails, you can practically destroy your engine. Hey guys, welcome back to Auto Repair guys. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing to the channel. Today will be super helpful video to any of you having a Mercedes guys, C-Class, E-Class or Slk 250 or 200 or even the 180 with the CGI engine. If you need to remove or replace serpentine belt tensioner, stay with us. We'll explain how to do that. We'll demonstrate on that C-Class, but the same engine has been used in the other ones as well. So we'll explain what needs to be replaced. You need to replace 3 different components. Every time you replace serpentine belt tensioner, you cannot just replace the tensioner itself, because most likely you'll be doing the job again, and if it fails guys, something fails, the belt comes off, you can overheat your engine and destroy it. Stay with us and we'll talk about that as we go. Before we start, let me just tell you a little bit about us guys. Every single car we get here at the garage, we try to make at least 200 to 300 free repair videos. We're constantly getting new cars, we're constantly working on something. Why we do all that guys? Because our mission here at the shop is to save you as much money as we can. All we need guys in return, please subscribe to the channel and like the video, that way we can keep making these absolutely free videos. And if you need to buy any parts, tools for your car, Mercedes, any model guys, check out the link in the description of the video below. That's where we get all our tools, supplies from, and you can guys save a fortune. So here we're going to remove that hose so it's not in the way guys. Okay, let me see how exactly this one attaches. It will be only I believe that clip right here. Let me see, and if it's going to come out, everything is stuck quite a bit. So we're going to press right here now, okay, and when we press that clip, okay, I'll try to pry the hose out. Okay, it looks like it came out. We have one, I think. Let me see if we have one more underneath, or we don't. It's hard for me to see here. Okay, it looks like it's about to come out guys. Okay, it came out. One clip on the bottom as well. The other one, it just slides the same way. Exactly the same, one on top, one on the bottom. Now let's disconnect it from here. Here there is one more clip right there. Okay, that we need to press. Let me see, and one on this side. 2 clips that are really hard to get to guys. Okay, the design is terrible. Okay, and it came out just like that. Next we're going to remove the upper engine cover. We just pull that thing out, get it out of the way. Now I'm going to place these things here and let's explain where everything is located now. So in order to remove the belt, we're going to get a Torx 60. This is a T60 guys. Start looking bit. Once we remove the tensioner, we'll explain where exactly guys it's located, but it's on the bottom underneath the belt right there. Very inconvenient place. So we're going to go ahead, okay, and get it in now. And okay, once we get it in, we need to come more this way, okay, because we need to push to the left facing the vehicle. So let's go ahead, do that. We'll release the pressure. Careful not to get your fingers there. Now the belt guys, okay, we're going to have a special video about the diagram, okay, of the belt and how to install it as well. So let's go ahead and remove it now. Okay, perfect, and now we can let go. Okay, and we have the hose here. Perfect, just be careful. Now we can go ahead actually and remove the belt. So we're going to go ahead and remove the belt now from everywhere. We have a special video that explains how often you should be replacing your belt as well guys, because we just broke a belt recently on a BMW, and we made a video that explains how often you need to change your serpentine belt, because especially this one is quite long, okay, so it will have more tension on it. And this is the original belt. Car has 64,000 miles. I want to show you, if I can find it. You can see Mercedes Benz original belt right here. So we're going to go ahead and remove the engine undercover, guys. Okay, so how we do that, we're going to get an 8mm socket, and we're going to start by removing a few bolts. You can see the car was in a little bit of an accident, so the bottom is a little bit cracked here and there. Nobody can see that, right? We care about the top. So we have to be careful. Right there on the front we have one bolt that we can, it's sticking out, not to hit ourselves on. So we're working on this thing now, removing this. I wonder where that bolt came from. Okay, this bolt too there. Okay, let's see what we have on the back now. On the sides. Perfect, the one on the front now is the only one left. Let's go ahead, do that one, and great, it just came out, you can see, just like that. So we're going now to the other piece, which covers kind of like the engine and the transmission. Okay, for me it's really hard. Wait a minute, I need to come on the other side to be able to show exactly where all the bolts are. Okay, perfect, so we can go ahead and do that now. Perfect. Exactly the same one on the other side as well there. Okay, let's see. We should have one more. And after that, maybe that piece will come loose, guys. Let's see. Yep, perfect, just like that. So we're guys underneath. Okay, let me show you now. I got it loose. Okay, I can reach the board with my hand. This is the oil pan right here through the back with extension and a swivel arm. I was able to get it loose through here. I recommend to disconnect your car battery. Why? Due to the fact that the engine starter is here. If you touch the positive wire to the body anywhere, you can see sparks, you can short things out, you can burn modules and computers. And on these modern cars, it's very important which battery terminal you disconnect first. If you do it the wrong way, you can burn modules and computers again, guys. We've done that on Mercedes already. It cost us $2,000. So we have a special video that explains which battery terminal, guys, to disconnect first. Check it out. That will be, guys, on our channel. So let's continue. We'll go remove that bolt by hand and we'll show you what it looks like. This is the board, guys. This is with reverse Torx E14. This is the socket that I used right here, the swivel arm, with the socket right there. You can see that's how I had it, with that extension. And I got a glove so I don't damage my hands if something slips. I'm going to come outside now. Okay, give me a second. Okay, and now, guys, that tensioner should come out. Let's check it out. Perfect, this is it. This is the old tensioner assembly right here. That's where the bolt goes on the back side. So this is, guys, the new tensioner. You can see this is the new one, this is the old one. Now they can fail in a few different ways. One, it could be, guys, that, wow, check this thing out. Check out the play in that pulley. This one, absolutely zero play. You can develop a play, you can develop a noise, you can develop a rattle. It can get actually to the point that the spring is not tight enough, and as a result the belt can come off or get destroyed, and as a result that can affect it, guys. And the water pump is driven by the serpentine belt, so you can overheat the engine and practically destroy it, guys, at this time. So putting it together, practically it's in reverse order. We took it apart, always replace the tensioner. Idler pulleys with new pulleys. We have ours, right here, the whole kit. If you want to see how to replace idler pulley, you practically saw it, guys, but we have the video on the channel. And always put a new belt as well. It's recommended to use, in some cases, new bolts for the idler pulleys and the tensioner as well. You need to check for your specific vehicle, but often you have to use new bolts because they're torque specific as well. So you just put together everything in reverse order. We took it apart. Hopefully, guys, the video will be helpful to any of you needing help with that. Thank you for watching and see you guys next time.